Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Leana's Corner. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for popping in to see what I have to show you. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much. I really do appreciate you coming back and all of you for spending time watching my video. So I'm going to show you what I did for Ripco first. So for October, number 1 was caught and I had Beware of the Dog. And I actually doing his head. So that's what it looks like, what I've done so far. So I just got to finish the same here, another paw, his body, and like the grass. So he's coming along. Number 6 was Ocean Adventure. I done all of that. The yellow, I parted the fish in the yellow, but what I did, I've moved it down, but I'll have a photo, but I have basically backstitched like all of that and everything up there, so that's all complete. So basically all it's got to be done is just this section here and backstitch what I haven't backstitched basically here, and then that one is completed as well. So I'm aiming for a finish next year sometime. But so that's what I've done for October. I think I did his head as well. Yeah, I did his head. So I'm happy how that one is turning out, and I can't wait until he's finished. So if you watch my previous video for September, I didn't finish all my Ripco challenge because I was doing the ABC Ingo and I just got cross stitch fatigue. So I decided I will do the extra in September and catch it up, so which I have done. So I did. So September I had Relax with Pepper, and I basically done, I think, all of the bottom, and I think basically all that's completed. And then I went up to here. I still got a while to go with that one because I've got to finish the floaty and then pepper, so I'm not sure when I'm going to finish that one, but I completed my Ripco board, so I'm happy with that. And then Sampler Diamond, I actually did 253 in September, and in October I did 932, so I did 1185 stitches on this chart. So that's what it's going to look like when it's completed. And that's what I've done. So I think I'm not sure which side, but that side I made finish to the point. I think could have been here. I hadn't done all of it, but what I've done is I went across to make sure I finished that point, so all of it's completed. And I'm really liking how it is turning out. So September Ripco got completed, and I was able to do October's Ripco. So I'm quite happy with that. So for November, excuse me, I put it in the wrong section. Number 12 got called out, so I'll be doing Pandemic. And number 24 got called out, so I'll be doing Disney Sampler. So, because when that's for November, December is going to be Live the Life You Love and Wedding Sampler, so we know what's coming up. So that'd be something to look forward to. Okay, what else did I stitch on? I had a charter on a Sunday and I had to drive him out to Montville and wait, and then drive him somewhere else and then take him and wait again and take it back. So I brought one of my cross stitches up, and I brought my Life is Better with Sprinkles unicorn, and I did all that, and then I finished all the black stitches, because I think I did like so much, and then one ear, but I finished that ear and did more, not sure what side. And then I did sorry, a couple rows of right, so but no, I definitely finished that. So that's slowly coming along, and then it was a good size to take with me, so I could do it when I was in my bus. So I was pleased with that progress. I did do a new start. If you've been on my channel for a while, you would have seen I did a Heaven and Earth, and it's called Mini Rosy Garden. I'll get a picture out. And I had started up the top here, and I didn't like the fabric choice or my stitches, so I decided I'll scrap it. And then I've seen so many people's Heaven and Earth, so I thought I'll bring it back out again. I'm not sure about this, because I started at the top, and because the colour is so light on white, and 28, I thought I'd do 28 count 1/1, and I just didn't like it. And I tried 10 stitch, and I didn't like how, because I couldn't see where I was. So I tried again. I thought I'll start down the bottom. So that's all I've done. Very small amount, so I'm not sure. I'm going to try and see how I go on 28 count. If not, I might find another fabric size I like, which I'm not sure. But I'm looking, which brings into my next section. I was doing some sewing, and I've seen people have these little holders. They put their floss in, the bobbins in, and I was trying to figure out where they, or how they did it in a pattern, and I found a free pattern from cornbread beans and quilting, but I will put her name down below. And she had a free pattern, which I did one bag on, which I'll show you later, because I've got a project bag to show you with it as well. But they only have 24, and my, as we know, Heaven and Earth, I've got a lot of colours, and this particular pattern is 89 colours. So I like this holder, but I wanted to hold more, so I made my own floss holder for 90 colours. So I haven't got them all in, and the patterns and fabric don't match, but I just used what I had scrapped. So got that one, and then it opens up. You got your, but I changed it because it had 24, and it was 2 inches. This section's 2 inches, but I made it into 1.5 inches, so I could get 5 rows instead of 4. So this holds 30 flosses. Then I backed it, so that has 30 on that, and I sewed them back together and then flipped it through so it was the right way around, so it was nice, and then just sewed it along top so it stayed. And then this section I made it a bit bigger to what she had, so this is like the original design except for an extra bottom row, and so I made it longer, and there's a gap in here, so I could fold it with the thread in in it. And then once I got that, I made that a bit of a gap too, so to counteract the thread in there. And then I just went and sewed this onto that fabric, and then I basically did how you make that one, and I put the batting and then put the back fabric, and I put a little handle and magnet so it closes. So I made it bigger so when it's going to be more bulky, because I still got a lot more floss to put in. So I'm actually happy how it turned out. Yeah, so that's based on this original concept with, like I said, extra row, and that's the same concept, but I just backed them put them two together, sewn inside out, and sewed it so like it's its own individual, and it's attached to that. So I'm quite pleased. Oh, and then bind it with how that turned out. So hopefully it'll be a lot nicer and neater, especially when you're trying to get all your threads out. They're not going to be all tangled. So the reason why like I said, tangle, but I went and got some fabric because I wanted to make a big a project bag, and I made it bigger. It actually fit 11 by 11 Q snap. So this is the same way to do it. So this is an 11 by 14. Yeah, 11 by 14 inch. So it won't hold a 11 by 11 Q snap. So I went and made it. So it's basically a 14 by 14. So it will hold 11 by 11 Q snap. So same concept, but bigger. And then I thought, and I saw the holder, so I thought I'll make one. So this is actual design. I know my magnetics are not in the right place, but she said you can use a snap, but she didn't say where you place it exactly. So I tried, but then it had it upside down. The sewing machine like hit the metal and I broke a needle because I had it in the wrong place, so I decided to do it that way. I might decorate it later, but so that's what it looks like original following her thing. So you got 6 along there, and you got 1, 2, 3, 4, so it holds 24. So you've got your fabric on the top, and then you've got your little clear vinyl, so you can see your numbers. So I made that, and then because that's all the floss I need for this pattern, so I'm putting my high rules in here because it's got little bees on this fabric, little bumblebees. And I thought it was cute because then I can use it for other things because it's not just bee related, it's all flowery. So I did that, and then because I decided I don't need that big of a one, so I made another project bag. But this time with this one, I think I want to change it. I might put it into like snap clips or whatever. I did only half the size of the original one, and that I still got another 3 I can add in, but I made that not as thick as the original one, so I'm happy how that turned out, which brings me to I did 2 pictures of flossing to what I bought. So I went and bought this Lizzie Kate pattern, Time Forgot, from 123 Stitch. So happy times praise God, difficult times seek God, quiet times worship God, hard times trust God, all times thank God. So I got that, and I decided I'll get everything for it. So I got 30 count cappuccino linen by Week Dye Works. I don't know, when I ordered I didn't click on it like linen. I thought it could be the colour linen. So I'm gonna see how it goes, because last time I did linen I didn't really like it, but this one looks like it's more even linen, not like the real, some got really thick heavy lines in and some got thinner. So I'll see how that goes. And then I went and got all the floss, which as you can see I put it in the thing. So I got chestnut, whiskey, cocoa, sea foam, guacamole, parchment, moss, Madison rose, and baked apple. So that didn't take too long to come from America, so I decided I'll use that bag, which is for it. So I'm just waiting for a couple Q snaps to come from AliExpress, and then I can start that. So I'm going to start this next year. Okay, just mark off so I know what I've talked about. I also went and got more fabric. There's some more DMC for a project which I will talk about soon. I went and bought 25 count even reed white for my beehive, because I recommended 25 count 2/1, 2/2 I meant. So I thought I'll do what they said, so I can put that in with my project soon. I'm starting, I think, beehive next year. And then I went and bought a cross stitch pattern. Where did I put him? Not that one. This one. It's a Happy Mood Point cross stitch. It's a Precut sampler, Quiet Please. So I went and got the floss for that, as you saw. And I was looking for fabric, and I went and got this silver ash 16 count from from Sewdor, Australia. So I got that and that, and then for Sewdor, Australia. So that's the colours. I think there could be a few more to go that got for that pattern, so I thought that would look nice together. And it says quite please cross stitch your artwork, so I thought that's very appropriate. Recently we were talking, my husband and I were talking about the laundry room, and I made a comment about a cross stitch project, or cross stitch something like naked today, laundry today or naked tomorrow, and then I found a cross stitch pattern from Etsy. I'll put her details down below. And out of all these patterns I found, I like this one. So I actually have started it. And I'm using 7 count. And the reason why I'm using 7 count, because I wanted a bigger. And I was trying to think what fabrics I could use. And I had this one from the Disney sampler thing, magazine. And if you got it on a monthly basis, when you get so many issues, you got free stuff. And one of my free stuff was 7 count Ada. I got 2 lots of Ada in a backing thing. So I thought I'll use that. So it's like a bluey pinkish green. And I thought that's perfect, and it's the right size. And instead of using like DMC black, they gave you floss for the patterns you would cross stitching with. So I thought I'll use that because I'm decided I'm not really going to stick to that to the Disney thing. So I'm using that. So that's what I've done. So I'm just doing the L in laundry. So I've done that over a few nights, and it's actually 4 threads over 1, just to make sure it looks coverage. So I thought that will look quite nice, especially in the laundry. So once I think I get the coat hanger out the way, it won't take too long to do the rest of it. It's only like 1,000 odd stitches, and it's pattern keeper friendly, so which is even better, which is really good as well. Feels like I've got to tell you something else. I've stitched. I'll get them. Dun. I think that's all I have done in cross stitching and sewing. So next month, like I said, I'll be doing Pandemic and Disney Sampler. I'll be working on my laundry one. Not sure what else I'm going to do. I'm trying not to start any new ones till next year, because I've got to do some diamond painting I want to get done. But I did finish my quilt for me and my husband. So if you're not interested in that, well, it's not very long. I'm just going to show you some pictures. That's all I got for cross stitching and what I got done. But yeah, I'm not sure what happened. My camera just cut off. Okay, so I was talking about my quilt that I completed for me and my husband. So I started on the 14th of the 8th, and I think over the few days I did the cutting and I put the top layer together. And then I sort of burned out because I did so many in a quick time. But I'm determined to finish this quilt. So I finished it, I think I did over the weekend, but I fully finished it on the 3rd of October. So I'm going to add some photos here because it's on my bed and it's too big to bring out. It's a queen sized one. So I'm quite happy with how it turned out. I decided, instead of going down straight lines, I followed the pattern and highlighted like lines and stuff. So I'm quite happy, and my husband's happy how it turned out, so that's what counts. And it's proudly sitting on our bed over it. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. And I've done other sewing projects besides the project bags and floss holders, but they're like presents, so can't really show you. So that is all I have to talk about today, and I hope you all have a great day or night whenever you're watching this, and I hope to see you next time. See you later. Bye.